Hello, everyone. With this video, we are continuing the series of interviews with the projects from the Revenue Capital's pipeline, which we consider being very interesting. Very interesting for us, very interesting for you guys, obviously for the community, for our partners, the projects which we aim to work closely together with, either through direct investments or perhaps common projects. My name is Jarek. I'm the CEO of Revenue Capital, and today we have with us Mark and Jonathan representing the cybersecurity company called Sharkgate. I'm pretty sure you know Sharkgate very well already, as the guys received an overwhelming support from our community over the very first voting exercise. So Mark, Jonathan, thank you very much for accepting my invitation for this interview. Perhaps to warm you up a little bit, could you introduce yourself and your project?
Hi, my name is Jonathan Morrissey. I am one of the founders of Sharkgate and also a certified security architect and developer. I've spent my time working for numerous blue chip and fintech companies such as UBS Warburg, Nokia, Hewlett-Packard, Accenture, IBM, the list goes on. I've spent a lot of my time working on, I've tended to specialise on high throughput, mission critical, large scale systems. But then also in my past, I worked on one of the largest B2B portals in Europe, and I helped design and implement the whole of their security systems.
Sure. My name is Marc Roberts. I'm one of the founders of Sharkgate. The three founders actually came together during the glory days of Nokia when we were IBM consultants building a B2B platform there. We were implementing a security layer, and we got thinking that this actually would be quite beneficial for normal website users. And after Nokia, we decided to set up a company that would help website owners by removing malware and protecting them with a kind of a web application firewall.
Yeah, so myself and the other two founders met at Nokia when we were providing the security systems for them, which we helped architect and design. And I think it was as we were working for them, we realised, it was a realisation of the vast amount of attacks that were coming in against such Nokia sites that didn't even know they were attacking Nokia. So it was just bots and hacker scripts running around looking for certain signatures and attacking the sites. And you could see these attacks were going up exponentially by the day. And it became apparent that these same attacks were most probably hitting most small businesses' websites out there without the owners realising even. And it was quite frightening with the sophistication of such attacks as well. So we realised then at that point that every business out there needs such protection. And I say with that most probably was the seeds of Sharkgate and us thinking about rolling out and helping small businesses around the internet. Our team, we built over those times, and we took some of the best experience we had from other systems we've been using, and we've been removing malware. Well, as well as protecting sites, we've been removing malware from websites that came to us that were hacked before we started protecting them, and we've been doing this for numerous years now. Actually, we've become one of the leading malware removal companies on the internet for sure. We've now split those companies. So the malware removal company, which is 1 Hour Site Fix, we've split now from Sharkgate, which is a Finnish company, and so Sharkgate can now fully dedicate itself to providing the latest cybersecurity systems out there to protect small businesses.
1 Hour Site Fix became a bit of a market leader with the malware fixing side, and we started to develop the protection, and we got to a stage where they really were different products. So we split the protection side and that kind of cybersecurity side into Sharkgate, and we've kind of evolved that into what we have now, which is a solution which is much more advanced than a typical web application firewall. And yeah, so that's kind of the origins of Sharkgate.
Thank you, guys. So the next question, what is your competitive angle?
Yeah, so I mean, I always like to think about it when we go. Well, it's what always comes to my mind. It's a quote from H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds, where an artilleryman said it's bows and arrows against the lightning, which it really is at the moment in the cybersecurity space. The current solutions out there are just not fit for purpose. They use old technologies, the ones that even don't, using old models behind the scenes. They have rule sets they must probably update daily, weekly, monthly. Security consultants making new rules that goes out, gradually gets thrown out to everyone. I mean, a lot will say they've got AI, but the ones that we've analysed are pretty poor in that. So I suppose what we decided to kind of go on a different model. So the hackers who are working together anyhow, they share all the bad data. And I mean, a hacker makes a new script and attacks a website. You will see that same script being used by multiple hackers worldwide continually, straight. I mean, with such speed from once that script's released or that new vulnerability is found. So if they're working together, why are the sites not working together? At the moment, it's like each site stands as a silo, like a little semi-lighthouse against the attacks by itself. So we decided to change it where it's all the sites work together. The goal is, and this is kind of thing, is an attack on one site. So say there's an attack on one site in China, it's basically, in our network, is an attack on every site. So if you say attack a site in China, if you've got a site in America which is on our network, you are instantly protected. Well, as good as instantly protected against the same attack. So what happens is, once an attack goes in, it will get the threat data will get sent from the attack on that site to our to big data and AI. We call it deep sea, which is what's learning from there. That will then learn the new rules, new kind of attack vector that's come in, and roll it out to all the sites. It just works so much better. It works so much better when everybody works as a whole.
We definitely think Sharkgate's quite unique in this space, on a couple of areas really. I think the primary area being the way that we're offering up security. The standard web application firewall model is using rule updates to protect websites, and those rule updates are happening once a month or something, or maybe once every couple of weeks. The way that Sharkgate works, the network of customers are working together. So if we see a threat and it's analyzed by the machine learning and AI engine, then basically a rule is generated and deployed pretty quickly, like, within half an hour. So the protection model is a lot more reactionary. It's fast, and it results in websites being better protected. I think the second thing in which we're quite unique is basically rewarding customers for their data. So if their threat data has resulted in a rule being generated for the greater good of all the other customers, then you will be rewarded with a token and or part of a token. So I think that approach is going to be great as well, because it will see people joining the network that aren't necessarily typical paying customers. They're just offering up data to get rewards. So both of those make us quite unique and quite forward thinking, I think, in the marketplace.
Excellent, thank you. Can you tell us a little bit more about your growth plan, perhaps? Where are you now, and what do you plan to achieve over the next months? Perhaps also how this is expected to translate into the revenue inflows?
It's already been a really busy year for us. We are just in the throes of completing a beta of our new product, DeepSea, which is our machine learning intelligence database, and we're moving customers onto that now, which will bring greater protection and faster rule generation for their protection. And the next steps for us are the creation of some plugins, and we hope to get those completed over the next few months. These will be a Cloudflare plugin, which enables any website that's behind Cloudflare to just drop this plugin and get the benefit of protection from the deep sea database, which has a huge market. We also have WordPress plugins and Magento plugins coming, and some other third-party application plugins. So we've still got a lot of work to do, but I think the core product is complete, and that has been the biggest thing for us, and where our focus of development has been over the past sort of 8 months or so. So much so that we didn't have a chance to do the voting video, and to the anger of some community members, RVC community members. But at the end of the day, we are technicians over sales and marketing. So we like to get product working and customers happy before trying to tell everybody about how great we are. So we do apologize for that. But clearly doing this will hopefully apologize in some way. The other developments that we see in the future for us are obviously the rolling out of the reward mechanisms and the tokenization. We hope to do that alongside the plugin development, and we see those going in hand in hand, really. And we've already drawn up quite a lot of the designs and the architecture changes for that. So it's just really going to be development, which we're not frightened of. We like the development side. So yeah, that's where we are with that.
So over the last year, we've been working on our data collection to a kind of a big data storage. We call it our website threat defense database. We've been working on our AI and machine learning, basing it on the human immune system actually, and using our cybersecurity experience. That's deep sea. These have all been developed now. We've been moving, we've been going over the last months, we now started moving existing sites we've been protecting on the old kind of WAF cybersecurity models that are out there. So we're moving sites over to the new solution now. We will be continuing doing that. So there'll be, I mean, already we're on a vast number, but thousands more are going to be going on to that to be protected and make the network. The bigger the network gets, the better it is. So that's happening this year. We're also building a plugin. The reason being, it's a really good way to get to large amount of audiences that way. So with a plugin, we can get to the Cloudflare marketplace, which is millions of sites use that, and gets from those marketplaces, WordPress site, Amazon plugin site. So we're rolling out to there. But also another great avenue we've got coming this year is that because of removing malware from sites for the past X years, over 5 years, we've got really good relationships with hosting companies. Obviously we work very closely with them. We remove malware from sites when they've suspended them, when we bring them back. So we're going to be, we're pushing, we've got a partnership team which are sorting out to the hosting companies now, so we can get really good partnership deals with these companies, with these hosters. And so then that can really help with the mass rollout. So it's exciting times.
Thank you very much, guys. It was a pleasure talking to you. I'm very excited about what's coming next. I'm pretty sure that we'll be in touch fairly soon, and that it's not the last interview and the last interaction with our community. So to be continued. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to talk to you.
Thanks, Jarek. It's been a pleasure. Just want to say thank you to all your community members, the RVC community members, for voting for Sharkgate at the voting panel. It really was astounding to see that many votes, and it was great to see that people are confident in the Sharkgate product and like what we're doing. So thank you all of you that have voted for us. And if any of you have websites that need some protection, you can try us out. There's a free version. Just go to sharkgate.net and register, and you'll be able to put a website behind our free protection service. So, but yeah, thank you.